you can get some really cool smoky effects doing that, though. Woohoo! So exciting. Jinhao pen? I'm not even sure what that is. Jinhao pen. Is that like one of these? Like one of the water ones? Is it just a different brand? I don't know. Use whatever you like and whatever works for you as far as I'm concerned. I've tried so many different brands and things. Like even papers. People get so committed about paper. Which, don't be wrong, I get excited about paper. Like, I know people that will sit there and argue over, like this is a Strathmore notebook, because it's just what I found that was, oh, it's a fountain pen brand. I love fountain pens. I have found an amazing love for fountain pens. Didn't know if journaling included fountain pens or not. Absolutely! Absolutely. Journaling, honestly, I think journaling includes just about anything regarding that. But yeah, my first fountain pen was actually a preppy fountain pen. You can get them for like $3. I was just like, oh, I'll just try this thing out. Oh my god, I'm so excited! Now I have a Kakuno, what is it? I can't remember what it's called, but I have a Kakuno and it's like a super fine point, and I have a Kaweko point pen. And it's like, I'm so excited. I love them. I love them. Although I was really mad, I found out one of the, so the ones I use are cartridge based, just because I find it's way cleaner and easier for me to use than to sit there and twist and fill. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm just impatient. But apparently the cartridges I bought, it marked it as a blue-black, so I thought it was just like a cool black. It just looks blue to me, and I hate it, but there's like 12 cartridges, so I have to use them up. Jinhao are anywhere from $5 to $20 or so. You can set them up correctly, they're really good. I'll have to look for those. I'm always super excited for fountain pens. In fact, my mother's out of town for a business trip. She's going through a couple places in Asia. She's going to Singapore and Hong Kong and stuff like that. And she was talking to me about souvenirs. I was like, honestly, just get me cool stationery. Give me a fountain pen, cool stationery. We're good. But yeah, no. So the two fountain pens. So the first preppy pen I got was $3. The other two I got are in the $15, $20 range, yeah. I'm really reluctant to spend more than that on a fountain pen, because they're not like ballpoint pens when you're done, you throw them away. It's like, you have to take care of them. I don't trust myself. I was amazed. There was an $80 fountain pen by Kaweko, and I was just like, no, I will never touch that. I don't care how good it is. I can never touch that. I cannot be trusted with something that nice. People will regret it. It's a decent fountain pen for about $20. Yeah, actually I think my Kakuno is. I think it's a Kakuno Pilot pen. Yeah. And it's the fine point. It writes so smooth, and some of the reasons I did it was because when I was in journaling, so I have kind of my weekly scheduling, and I have some habit trackers, and a mood tracker and whatnot. And I tried to do, because I have the mood trackers, they like Today was really good, Today was really bad. I tried to do a journal entry to accompany it. And so, I'm sitting there writing, and I was like, oh, my hand was really cramp, and I've been doing homework earlier that day. So I kind of got the fountain pen because people were talking about, like, it would help with my hand not hurting so much when I write a lot. And it does, because you don't have to press down at all like with a ballpoint pen. You just kind of let the ink flow. It's nice. We're good. Not saying you should buy one, but you should buy one. Are you missing the doggos? Yeah, go right in. Missing doggos. Doggos are important. Doggos, all animals are very important. I say as I've locked my cat out of the garage. But it's the garage. I'm so afraid to live in the garage. And he gets into everything. He's such a stinker. We've got like lots of furniture and paint. I'm just like, can't trust that. Alright. do some hair. Let's do some hair detailing. So like, I'm just sitting here trying to look at what I'm doing. Oh, I said that. Everything forces you to slow down a bit. Yeah. It forces you to slow down a bit and just like, you just kind of, instead of sitting there and like drilling across the page, just kind of like, you can sit there and just do this. Like, literally, the proper way to hold it is like something like this, like totally vertical. I say as I have the tilted paper. You're supposed to do it pretty vertical. I totally do it sideways because I'm a weirdo. But yeah, it's literally, you could literally just like take it and just let it drag across the page and it would make a perfect line. So it's way less stress on your hand in terms of like pressing down to make it right. In case you're wondering why I'm reaching across, it's because I've got a scrap piece of paper. It's when I do this, it's a little darker than I want for the hair. So I just kind of bit of scratch piece of paper, wipe it off, make it a little lighter line. The Apple Pen with an iPad Pro, I have not. So I used to have an iPad. I think it was a 2, not the number 2, but like the second generation. Um, I remember being really mad that there wasn't a good pen for it. So I have not. I just haven't had a reason to put the money sink into it for an iPad. I have a Wacom tablet. I don't do a lot of digital work, but I do have a Wacom tablet. As if you looked at my DeviantArt, you'd see some of the digital stuff I've done. So I didn't really see a huge need for it. I'd love to try it out if it was ever on display somewhere to like mess around with. I totally would love to, but yeah, haven't had the chance to mess with it. I heard really good things though. I know of artists have kind of, that's their new digital sketchbook. Is they've got the Apple Pen with the iPad. Yeah. I just laughed because I remember when they announced that I was really mad because I was like, that's literally all I ever wanted from you, Apple. Oh, if you only done it like a little sooner. You can dig it, yeah. Yeah, no, I can totally see it. Some insane programs for it, like Procreate. It feels so real. Nice. Yeah, that's the only other thing. So, because I'm in graphic design, I use a lot of the Adobe suite, like Photoshop and all that kind of stuff. Um, for as many artists that use Photoshop for art, it's not great. Like, don't get me wrong, you can make it work and you can do some amazing things with it, but in terms of replicating traditional art, it's not. It's not great. It's a very different feeling painting in Photoshop. So the only program I've actually ever been really happy with that I've been able to try. Keep in mind, I know a lot of people like Paint Tool Sci. I have a MacBook, so I've never been able to mess with it. But Clip Studio Art, or Clip Studio Paint has actually been pretty good. It's kind of like, it's marketed as like the manga artist, the digital manga artist crowd, but it's pretty good. They've got a nice watercolor brush in it and all that. It feels really nice. I also know a lot of people really promote Coral Painter. I did, when I tried the trial of it, I didn't much care for it. Granted, that was many a year ago, but never had a reason to really go back. Also, because it felt like it replicated better acrylic painting and oil painting, which is not what I've ever really been into. Um, I enjoy it. I enjoy dabbling in it, but hasn't really been my main focus over in my art. Dogs are medicated. You're back. Awesome. Welcome back. Hope the doggos are all good. They're all good. Awesome. Stipple effect. Your smoky stipple. Get some full texture. Excuse me. Look. Did you start this piece today? Yes, I did. I started this piece on stream. The other thing I did kind of beforehand was, so this is the Inktober set. Inktober for every day of Inktober, or October, there's a prompt, and the prompt for the first day was Swift. So I did kind of look over the prompts, and I've made notes kind of like, oh, this prompt makes me think of this. I mean, so I had some other sketches done beforehand. On stream, I kind of started with that one, so I kind of had a sketch similar to this in another book that I left in another room, so I just kind of redid it. So I kind of had this idea, and I just kind of branched from there. And then I got to this one, based off of a reference by Null Entity on DeviantArt. He put out a really cool set. It's kind of him running and gunning. He's got like a prop gun. To kind of trace that and then tweak that based on the character. I did another sketch that is on the floor. It was basically just a cleaner line that became this. But yeah, this is all that on stream, and hopefully, since I actually, sadly I don't have music playing, but on the plus side of not having music playing,